I would be reading the book, and over again, Atticus is telling us in different ways that there is goodness in everybody, that all you have to do, that you have to crawl around in someone else's skin before you can really know them. He excuses racism a number of times. Bob Ewell, well, he just lost his job, so you got to understand what that does to a guy. Mrs. Henry DuBose, well, she stopped taking her medication. You have to understand what that does. And in the midst of all this, Donald Trump said there are good people on both sides. And suddenly those two things started to sound shockingly familiar to me. So I wanted in the play for Atticus to be forced to wrestle with the question of, is there goodness in everybody? Should these things be excused? So nearly every character in the play now challenges that point of view. And as I said, in the book, he was a rock, he was a beacon who always had the answer for the kids. And now in the play, he's a guy who struggles with these questions.
Yeah. So in the book, I mean, there was sort of an ambivalence about it. I mean, a justification, a rationalization.
That's right. And he keeps talking about how these are our friends and neighbors. I know these people. Sure, a lot of them are stuck in the old ways, but they're not so far gone that they would send an obviously innocent man to the electric chair, that kind of thing. And that, too, rung relevant to me today, because in the last few years, we as Americans have very abruptly faced questions that we didn't think we needed to ask ourselves anymore. Questions of, what is decency and morality? What is it to be a person? And we're fighting with each other about these things. And Atticus would like things to be better, but they're not. And what he discovers is he didn't really know who his friends and neighbors were. And I think a lot of us on either end of the ideological spectrum have discovered that in recent years as well.